The hills are alive with the sound of bullshit. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Legend Hunters podcast.
Well, it's certainly been a fucking while.
After what, 2 weeks of delays?
Yeah, that would be about correct. Between everyone not having their schedule straight, general apathy, and illness, and the potential apocalypse, we're all alive.
Yeah, for the most part.
I wouldn't call a solar eclipse an apocalypse.
Physically or mentally?
Physically alive. Mentally is always questionable, especially with Zero.
Are you kidding me? We're always mentally on the edge.
More so
We're
with
always
me.
mentally unstable. Who are you kidding?
That's what I mean.
Anyway, well, the last couple of weeks have been kind of interesting.
For more reasons than one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, why don't you start, Zero, since you opened that up?
Well, the past couple of weeks have been kind of okay here and there, maybe. My mind is actually a little bit fuzzy on the past 2 weeks, to be honest.
Like a bear?
Except for one bullshit thing. Mainly it had to deal with something that I had to do around the house. I had to try to mow the lawn at my mom's house. Now, that's not a big thing. It's a huge area, so we got a riding mower. The problem is, the belt on it had broke.
Oh
shit.
Oh no.
So what me and my dad had to do, was learn how to remove the bottom deck of it that has all the blades and belts and stuff, pull it out, replace the belts, and put it back in. However, the second we took it out, we realized that some things were broken. We realized that one of the pulleys for the belts had been completely shattered, and that the blades themselves looked horrifyingly destroyed.
I'm guessing this is an old mower?
It's not even 5 years old, but the thing is, we've never replaced the blades.
Oh, okay, yeah, that explains.
And they've been hitting against mud, dirt, and rocks, and you know those anime... You've seen, in anime, the swords that have, so many nicks and cuts and scratches in it?
Yes.
That's basically what those look like.
I thought so.
Sure.
It looks like it would be better suited to cutting a middle-aged man's scraggly beard than it is cutting grass.
No, that would... The old man would end up with a face of blood and meat just everywhere.
I don't need an image in my head, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Too late.
Anyway.
Well, we've both played Bloodborne. We've seen some crazy shit.
Anyway, that thing had to go into the repair shop for about 2 weeks. And
okay, my raised on movie brain, every time I hear 2 weeks, all I can think of is the movie Money Pit.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Because every time something needs to be fixed for this house that they bought, the contractors tell them 2 weeks.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
For everything. They're like, we know, 2 weeks.
Well, anyway, we got it back. I was about to hook it up, and that's when I noticed the problem, or what I thought was a problem. I thought that the belt was too long that they put on. So I had to try to rip that belt out and put the belt that me and my mom had bought to replace beforehand.
Oh boy.
I reached a problem. I couldn't get the new belt on because they had fucked up and tightened the nut on one of the pulleys so tight that it couldn't come loose.
Oh, good lord.
So, in short, the people that you hired to fix your problem made the problem worse when you tried to fix the problem that they made.
Yeah. I found a way around it. There's a little slip of metal it's right next to the pulley that prevents it from being hooked on. Bent it, put it back on, managed to do everything. Oh, and by the time I'd done this, the field had reached waist-high grass.
Oh, yay.
Maybe you could find some Pidgey or Rattata in there. Or, given you're on a horse farm, some Ponyta.
No, what I found instead was mosquitoes.
Ooh. I really hope they don't make mosquito Pokemon.
Buzzwole.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
technically they already have.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah. The mosquito Pokemon we got is a muscle-bound behemoth.
From hell.
From the Cthulhuid universe.
Yeah.
You get Gamagori.
And it demands your soul.
Other than that, been doing commissions here and there. Birthday's coming up in about 2 weeks, so I'll be 26.
Yay.
And other than that, I've
Let's
been.
see, it's the month of Hunter birthdays.
Oh yeah, it's like mine, yours, and Akari's, right, Moosey?
Yeah.
My gosh.
Huh. Weird.
That's fantastic.
Not
Now
really.
we know which month to dedicate to celebrating the hunters.
Yeah. Well, technically, the month that we celebrate the hunters is in March, because that's when we started this fucking channel.
I thought we started this for E3.
No, remember, we started this we started the podcast for E3. The entire fucking Legend Hunters channel started off into March, like 2 years prior.
Ah, right.
Back
Yeah, that's
when
right,
we
I remember
thought
now.
that we could make silly, funny videos with weird, quirky animations. God, how naive were we?
About Pokemon. About Pokemon and how weird the world is.
What
Yeah, but
happened?
that's how we ran into you guys, though, so...
That's true.
True.
We have yet to play a Pokemon game on this channel.
By the way, I was trying to figure
Yes.
out how to use the capture device for that Silver had given us.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need your laptop, Legend,
Well, shit.
because there's no capture software for my Mac, or at least one that isn't reliable. Yep.
Well, wait a little bit. We might need to wait a little bit on that then.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'll keep a hold of it. But if we can't figure that out, then you know what? I know the perfect game we'll play. Pokemon on the Switch.
Joy.
There you go.
Yeah,
When we finally,
he's not wrong.
when we finally get the Pokemon game on the Switch, that'll be the thing we play. Hell, we might even do it blind.
Well, that's the best way to do it.
Should-
Anything else you do this week, Zero? Or since we last talked?
Drew probably the best picture I ever drew in my entire fucking life, and that's about it.
Yes.
Oh,
It-
and, and I'm considering not making a game, but instead a comic based on my stuff.
it's as if you got your, as if you combined your character with the Rainbow Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5 GX.
Wonder, have you seen this picture, Legend? Showing it to him right now.
yes.
Oh, he saw it. Okay. Never mind. Well, that's it for my week. Legend, how about we talk about your journey to the Eclipse and... By the way, did you bring your Bailet with you?
No, I did not. I did bring my Dark Moon Blade chain, though. Which was actually surprisingly appropriate for while I was up there. For the
Did
record...
they think it was like some part of a cult?
Probably.
All hail the mighty moon.
Oh, man. So, little bit of story here. Well,
Lot of
I
story.
want to condense it as much as I can. The journey up to the Eclipse was a long one, but it ended up with us in Wyoming in Jackson Hole. Jackson Hole is a little town off of the... it's nearby the Grand Tetons.
In short, bumfuck nowhere?
It's not necessarily nowhere, but it is far enough and deep enough within the mountains that signal, when we got out of town, became a problem. And this was saying something, considering that all over Wyoming, the phone companies had been wheeling in mobile towers to help boost the signal so everyone could just Facebook the hell out of the situation. From what I understood, some people even went up to the mountain top, the Grand Peak, for the Grand Tetons, just to watch the eclipse.
Ooh.
We were not such people. We watched the eclipse in an RV park.
We
Which,
didn't get shit here.
oh no, we got
We
plenty
barely
of
got
shit.
shit here too. Yeah.
I got 90. Okay, so I got 96% of the eclipse, but it was a cloudy day.
Ah! It reminds me of, I remember hearing on the news that there was the place where it was suspected that it would be the longest point where they could enjoy the eclipse, there was one cloud that sat right on top of the entire show.
Oh, of course it did.
On our end, though, we had a perfectly clear sky. So what ended up happening with the eclipse was easily some of the coolest shit that happened. We were there for the totality. So.
And we got pictures.
And we did get pictures.
Yeah, isn't your mom a photo freak?
Well, I wouldn't put it like that. Thank you very much. But she is very much a photo enthusiast, and she wanted to take a time lapse of the eclipse, but unfortunately we couldn't get the camera to work, so she had to take everything manually. What we did get was cool. First off, we had the glasses. We had to pre-order these because they were going to be sold out very, very quickly.
My dad made mine.
A lot of people just bought welding masks.
We actually considered bringing welding masks, but
affordable a welder's mask is compared to those things.
My dad literally just bought the material for it and just made cheapo glasses for me.
Although if you didn't have that, you could just stare at the sun through your iPhone, and apparently it worked just fine.
I call bullshit on that due to the fact that
I would rather not take the chance with that.
the glare is just way too strong. So we all have our glasses, we're all outside, and the people next to us are actually having a little bit of a themed picnic. In that...
Were there moon pies for dessert?
There were moon pies, there was Sunny D, there were all kinds of crazy sun and moon related food and drink products.
Did you bring your DS with you to play Pokemon Sun and Moon with you?
I did bring Sun, I never played it once throughout the entire trip.
Why?
You fool! But, to be fair, the eclipse itself was definitely worth the trip. When the eclipse started happening, we noticed a lot of weird things going on. First up, we needed to get our jackets, because the temperature dropped by 10 degrees.
Oh, and you're in the mountains, so that's like, what, 40 now?
It was 40 at night, or 30 at night, but this was during the day. We went from 70 to 60.
Still shorts weather for our fucking Alaskans.
Yes, but we are desert rats. So we went and got our jackets. As the moon progressively covered more and more of the sky, the lights and our surroundings started to change. It got darker, for one. Slowly and steadily, like, the light seemed to shift a little bit.
Like you were looking at like everything through like very faint sunglasses practically?
There was actually a point where I reached up onto my face to feel for sunglasses and realized I wasn't wearing them. And that was when I realized, oh shit, this is actually happening. And weird shit started happening with the light. The neighbor's RV had a very, very reflective and very shimmery, shiny side to their RV.
Mm-hmm.
When I looked over to my left, there were waves of light cascading across the surface of that vehicle.
Yeah. Fun fact, look at the... You should have done this, but you should have looked at the leaves on the ground.
Oh, we did. The leaves turned into the shadows of... There was a shadow of the moon on each and every one of those little specks of light. We saw it on a canoe.
Like, it looks like a ripple of crescents, practically.
Yeah, it was really, really fascinating. And when we checked it after the eclipse was over, all the crescents were flipped the other way, which was very cool. But the moment of truth was one of the coolest moments for me, because I whipped out my phone to start taking a picture of the lights, and I started taking video. And as I did that, everything went dark in seconds. Like, it was literally seconds transition. And when I looked up, there was a hole in the sky. that I could view with my naked eye.
You shouldn't.
I did. We all did. And I started taking video of everything. The lights throughout the RV park lit up, and so did everyone else. I swear to you, everyone just like, it was like some sports event. It just, everyone in the park just started yelling and screaming like, woo!
You are seeing lunacy at work.
I went and yelled, wow, when I looked up and saw that the moon and the sun were now in the same spot.
You should have done the praise the sun position.
That would have ruined the video.
No, that would have been perfect.
But then you would have all just like been seeing like the ground and all that shit. It would have been terrible.
No, Legend. You don't realize this. You should have gotten like your mother to take a photo of you with the eclipse above you and you doing the praise the sun pose.
No, she had so much. Look, the eclipse wasn't going to happen for very long. So, as much as I would have loved to do a Dark Souls reference, I was already wearing one.
Fair enough.
And the pictures that came out were phenomenal. We actually have a picture where the sun has just started to peek out from the other side of the moon as the moon is passing over. So it created a diamond ring effect.
Ooh, nice.
I unfortunately don't have the picture on my phone. I am determined to get it and share it with you all as best I can.
Yeah.
And in seconds, just as quickly as it came, it went. And the lights came, the wavy, like light shimmering off a pool surface, light just started washing over the motorhome next to us. Everyone started cheering again, woo! And then it was
over.
It was over. And everyone there just like cheering and clapping. We saw drones flying overhead. Someone had actually filmed it all with a drone.
Nice.
It was a very cool experience.
My dad actually, well, you were in Wyoming. My dad was up in Idaho in like some bumfuck town called Featherville, getting the eclipse as well. And he actually got me a really good photo of the eclipse, which I have on my phone. I think I'll go ahead and show that to Legend.
That needs to get printed and like put into a frame, and then you can sell that.
What, the diamond ring?
No, the picture.
Oops.
Looks like phones are going off all over the place in this podcast.
Sorry.
Good thing I already muted mine, so I'm good.
Mm-hmm. We did, in fact, not just go to Wyoming.
I'll find it later.
We didn't just go to Wyoming for the sake of seeing the eclipse, which we kind of did, but we also took a little tour around some of the national parks. We went through Yosemite. Oh, no, it's not Yosemite. Yellowstone National Park. Always get my Y's mixed up.
Did you have any picnic baskets while you were over there?
No, we had bison jerky.
You actually got bison jerky?
Yes, and quite poetically, while we were stuck in traffic because the damn bison were in their mating season
Again?
and crossing over the road.
Zero, you should know why. You of all people should know that bison are amongst the horniest animals in the world.
Fuck.
God damn it.
I got nothing to say.
That's exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, they were basically banging heads and banging. It was an awkward thing. Especially since everyone decided to stop. Like, there were like 100 cars in both directions, all stuck in place as our car was running out of gas. And just despite those bison, I did in fact pick up some jerky that we had purchased at the store after having seen Old Faithful. And I started munching it just to spite them.
I swear.
See, they knew.
So after watching an old lady blow, you decided to go ahead and eat some meat in front of a bunch of amorous bison?
What? I've noticed that it's become a meme to turn as many things as possible into horrible sounding porn titles.
I've been doing that for years. What do you mean it's a meme? I've been doing that for years.
They finally caught on to your tricks.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
So, besides the bison, besides the eclipse, besides all that, there's one last place that I want to mention on the trip, and also that I've been playing Dragon Quest III all over the place. I'm kind of stuck at the final boss. The last place that we went before we started heading home was Utah, and we got to see the arches.
The arches?
The arches.
The arches.
The red sandstone arches carved by wind and rain.
Ooh.
And as you can imagine, with the wonderful, wonderful shapes that our unique geography afforded us, we did indeed see one tall, skinny rock in exactly the shape as you'd expect that deserves a porn title on top of it.
You found Boner Rock.
It was indeed. I swear someone has to have done this. I swear someone has to have looked at that rock and gone,
that's a penis.
That looks like a penis.
God has a sick sense of humor sometimes.
No, I think it's Mother Nature. Though I didn't think that she could get a boner in the lip.
No.
It was rock hard.
No, that's her sex aid.
Oh!
No.
Weird. Why the hell am I doing this? Why am I doing Leo's job?
Oh, good.
No idea.
It's contagious.
Oh, fuck it. You know what? Why don't we go into your week next, Leo, unless you got anything else to say, Legend?
It was a funny looking rock.
Leo?
Let me think about it. I've been pretty busy since we last chatted. I finally moved out for school. I've been busy getting ready for that.
You got one more year, right?
Yeah, just my last year, so it's nice. It's actually going to be, it should be a lot easier this time around, but I still got work to do, so, you know, there'll be times where I don't get to sleep, and sometimes where I don't get to play, but I have been able to play. I did get able to do a lot of stuff done. I'm sorry, Mizzy?
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Derp?
I did play a couple of games. I picked up the Crash Bandicoot Insane Edition.
How insane did you get afterwards?
Actually, not that insane.
What about the first game?
Yeah, the first game is always been a butt. Particularly with the bridge stages. The high road is so much of a dick that it's more of a dick than Boner Rock.
I question that. That thing must have been like 100 feet tall.
Well, it cost me 100 lives trying to go through it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'll call it a very close contender.
But oh well, it's not a measuring contest, Legend.
I know, it's not about the size.
But I did able to beat Crash Bandicoots 2 and 3, and I am very close to 100%ing Crash Bandicoot 2.
Not
which
bad.
is always fun. I picked up Donkey Kong Country 3. I've been playing through that. I'm planning on going through Neo, trying Neo again. And recently I've been playing, I've been making teams for Pokemon Silver and Gold when that comes out again.
Oh boy, yeah, that's... Why aren't they bringing out Crystal 2? I really am wondering about that.
Because they want to be jerks.
Yeah, they want to be jerks, but it should be fun. It should be a blast. I'm trying to see if I can beat through Heart Gold before the classics come out again, just for comparison's sake. Just to see how that goes, and then I think what I'm going to do then is the next game on my list. I think it might have to be something for the PS4 again, so I'm just looking into my options there.
Okay.
There's probably a lot more that I've done. It's been so long that I can't remember it all.
Gotcha.
So I'm just going to go ahead and pass it over to Muzi now.
Well, I've spent most of the last couple weeks sick,
Oh no!
You mean in crippling pain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word.
No!
So, what happened, Moosey?
Well, essentially, you know how you have sinuses like all through your head, not just like on your face and stuff?
Yeah.
Apparently, one of the ones leading toward my right ear got infected.
Oh no!
I did not notice.
Ew.
So were you like having to turn your head every time you wanted to hear a song, going, "Eh? What's that you say, Shani?"
No, it was just a lot of pain.
Oh, that's I'm
And
honestly
then
very
my
sorry to
teeth
hear
started
that.
to hurt.
And then your teeth start hurt.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore, and ended up going to a dentist and having a root canal.
On top of everything else? Oh, nuts!
Yeah, I remember this. Wasn't it like 2 dead nerves?
It's one of the molars in the back, so it had like 4 different, canals in it. And I guess he said a couple of the roots and the canals were dead, but the rest weren't. So.
So you've got a half-dead tooth.
Yeah, so they went ahead and did a root canal.
Yeah. I swear to God, if I ever get one, just knock me out. Do not put me under gas. Just conk me out and wake me up when it's done.
Oh, you will be saying the weirdest damn shit when you get out of that chair.
I was under anesthetic for surgery on my toes because they were infected and I had to get the nails removed.
So did you ask what the ice in the cup was?
I was babbling like an idiot. Pretty much. My mom said I was just doing like like that.
It's fun to listen to people under anesthetic.
Oh man, I'm suddenly remembering that one kid who was high as hell from coming back from the dentist. It started contemplating existential questions in the midst of it.
That YouTube video?
Yes.
Oh, the girl who got her tooth pulled out and she was like, I want it back in my mouth or something like that.
There's probably a few of those videos on YouTube, to be honest.
There's tons of different videos like that on there.
That's the one I'm most familiar with.
Alright, well.
Yeah, so they're not quite sure whether it was the sinus infection that caused that or whether the tooth caused the sinus infection. So.
I think probably the tooth.
Either way, I hope both clear up as expeditiously as possible.
Well, luckily, before I saw the dentist, I was already on an antibiotic anyway, so.
Yeah, well, I was starting to take care of the issue.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have taken care of the tooth.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope. Gotta get in there with the drill for that.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I remember joking with our good friend who does in fact work as a dentist.
Buck.
Yeah, Buck. I told him as I was walking towards the chair. I told his nurses, and I think they passed the message on to him, about the fact that I think to a kid, walking up to the chair for them, the dentist chair for them, would be the equivalent of walking up to the chair as a prisoner.
Yes.
Wait. When did you talk to Buck's nurses?
When I went to go get a checkup with him.
Oh, you actually went to go to see Buck as a patient?
Yes, I did.
That was never mentioned.
Well, it didn't happen within the last 2 weeks, so I didn't figure bringing it up would be important.
Okay, we'll have to have a conversation about that later. I'm curious.
Yeah. Alright then, so what else has been going on besides crippling pain, Moosey?
Well, I finished that work experience.
All right, go.
Which was when all this stuff started. I barely made it through my last shift.
Oh.
That's gotta suck a big one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it was like, So that's done until I deal with the people downtown again when I get back.
Oh yeah, you're going for a trip, aren't you?
Yup. Prepping to go to Maine for a couple of weeks.
Watch out for a clown carrying a bunch of balloons.
I'll just pop the balloons.
We all float down here.
Yeah,
Not
you
if I
could
attach
float.
cement bricks to him.
He probably still float.
Wonderful.
Probably
Uh,
still float.
Never
Suddenly,
change,
Tim
Muzi. Never
Curry
change.
texts that he gets a chill running down his spine.
Jesus Christ.
Fantastic.
Well, have a safe trip up there, Muzi, and again, watch out for crazy evil things.
Yeah, and we leave like 2 days before the Pokemon games hit the eShop, so I'm hoping I can get my aunt's Wi-Fi password.
Or just
Crack
like
the
that,
code.
can we stop at a Starbucks for like 30 minutes?
Do they even have Starbucks that far up north?
Dude, that's where they
Yeah,
base.
they also have Dunkin' Donuts.
The Northeast is incredibly pretentious. Of course they would have a Starbucks.
Oh, right, of course. They're more hipstery than a convention of legends.
Mer.
Did you just
Mer,
call
I
Legend
say.
a hipster?
Well,
Have you seen the way the guy... You've seen the way the guy looks sometimes, right?
Well, I would like to hold up a mirror and show you just how much of a hipster you are sometime.
The last time I looked really hipstery was the time that I had my hair super long, I was wearing a scarf, and my glasses that I used to look at the computer screen. That was the hipstery-ish I ever looked.
And I'd say you would par for the course.
Now girls are both pretty. Knock it off.
Well, thank you very much, darling.
Oh, goddamn.
I mean, we did just bring up Tim Curry, so might as well throw in a transvestite joke.
Oh, wait, did we mention... Did we talk about the fact that we tried to go to Rocky Horror Picture Show while...
Oh, God, that's
I
true.
can't believe we forgot about that. I thought we were forgetting something.
Yes, I forgot.
Okay. I will start the story and then I'll switch it off as appropriate.
Okay.
So, before I left town, I invited Legend Zero, Buck,
Tails.
and my old friend from middle school, Tovar. And so the six of us are at my place, and we're gonna have we were gonna swim, have some grill out, play some card games, and then we were gonna go down to go downtown to go see Rocky Horror Picture Show. Which we do, and it's pretty successful until we get down there.
To which it starts to rain.
Well, I kind of noticed that the clouds were coming in, and I started mentioning, like, yeah, that looks pretty bad coming in. Are we sure it's going to be all right? And the clouds get closer and closer and closer. Band's playing.
Oh, and Legend decided to go up and... Let's see, I believe the band is Funky Mungle.
Yes, Funky Mungle, and he goes off and dances.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I have a little bit of a dance. Some of my friends take some blackmail videos.
Yes.
Those will not be posted.
You hope?
Well, it doesn't show your face, so...
No, it just shows my shaking bacon ass. Should have been baked for that.
You know what? I may forward it to Muzi and Akari.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, come on. We at least need to see that.
Oh, God.
You must swear never to post on video. This video on YouTube. Or anything
Where
like
would
that
we
shit.
post it?
You would post it on the Legend Hunters YouTube channel.
Oh, hell no.
I don't have access to that.
No, you don't. But I do.
Yeah, but he knows where you live. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't kill you. Anyway.
Munch. No.
What? No.
But anyway.
No, but
we're
honestly-
missing the important part of the story, in which we learn Legend is involved in the Percy Jackson story because he pissed off Poseidon.
I didn't piss off any god of the sea.
No, you just managed to perform a Mexican rain dance is all.
With his butt, apparently.
Apparently.
Are you related to Shakira in some way?
I didn't know that dancing to working at the car wash would summon the rain gods.
Yeah, but when people wash their car, it rains.
That is true. That is an old El Paso saying. We know it's going to rain because I just washed the car and it's going to get all dirty again.
Yeah. And of course, it's that shitty rain where it's like 3 drops, and like the car is just coated in dust from that fucking 30-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah, it rains mud in El Paso. So, we go ahead and... Oh, by the way, I should also mention that before the rain really starts coming down, like a couple of drops are coming down on us as I'm doing this, I decide to go get some tacos. Some street tacos from El Paso from a truck. Good God. He was not wearing a sombrero or a sarache or anything like that. No, that's sarache.
No, sir.
Sarape.
He's already shaking his ass. He shook the maracas already.
No. So I ordered the tacos and I asked the guy, these aren't too spicy, are they? No, they're not spicy. They're not spicy. I picked them up and my mouth's on fire. First off.
Let's reiterate, he picked them up. He didn't even put them in his mouth yet.
And they were already burning me. Yes. They're shooting spice lasers into my face.
Let's just say that.
And as this is happening, as I'm like munching the tacos, the rain's coming down. I'm actually praying on the inside that the rain dampens the fire of the tacos.
Oh, and let's just say it's not... Another god decided to have its fun with you.
Mer?
Oh, I thought the tacos gave you, like, some...
Oh no, the tacos were... I'll go ahead and just start wrapping up this taco story as the rain starts coming down harder and harder and harder, and we suddenly realize that we are now trying to watch the Rocky...
The rain scene from Rocky Horror Picture Show while rain is coming down.
They actually did decide, yeah, we're going to do this. But the rain started to bite into the audio. Like, we had the speakers outside, and despite the fact that people tried to cover them up with plastic bags and whatnot, the rain still shorted out the cable somewhere.
Oh.
So we heard like only half of Sweet Transvestite.
Yeah, we didn't even get to hear it start.
Yeah.
It was terrible. And I kept trying to eat the tacos. Despite my best interest, they actually did taste good. They were actually pretty good, but I only got through half of them before the rain decided to flood the street.
Yeah, it was getting so bad we had to say, fuck it. We have to go.
We did have to go.
So we made a strategic withdrawal all the way back to my car.
I have to note that I said something to you on the way over that almost appropriately happened.
What?
Which is?
You know what would be really ironic, guys?
What?
If the rain started letting up as we get to the car.
And it sort of did.
It sort of did. Oh, it pretty much started letting up, and it was pretty much dry by the time we were out of there.
Yeah, that was pretty much the case. Like, the rain cloud just decided to sit on our parade, pretty much.
Yes.
And there is one last thing I should probably mention as well, and that was the text that...
Tails sent us?
Not that Tails sent us, but that I sent home to my folks. And I have it right here. Coming back early due to weather. We all got soaked. Flood stole my spicy steak tacos. Poseidon owes me $8.
And I think we were all laughing about the fact that what if actually in the mail you got like a Greek coin or something,
a copper coin worth $8 in American dollars. I would have lost my shits.
And probably converted to the Pantheon.
No, they would have been converted to antacids. Because I really did lose my shit after those blasted tacos started wrecking my system.
And thus Montezuma also intervened in Legend's life.
That's what I was trying to get at earlier.
Montezuma wasn't a god, he was an Aztec ruler.
He may have been an Aztec ruler, but his ghost certainly causes revenge on many a people.
Yeah, I do.
Anyway, Moosey, is there anything else going on in your week, or should we just go ahead and bump it off to Akari?
Been playing some games.
Splatoon
And then I also, yesterday, since I had to go out anyway, took advantage of the new Pokemon.
Oh.
Oh, yes. The Dog
The-
of Lightning.
They have released the dogs.
No!
Now we have the true answer. Niantic did it.
Okay, are
They
they...
let the dogs out.
They let the dogs out. Woof, woof, woof. Are they roaming legendaries, though?
Yes,
No.
actually, no, they
Yeah.
are roaming because
Yeah.
right now both Americas have Raikou. The Asian areas and stuff like that has Entei, and then the rest has Suicune, and then they're there for a month, and then they rotate to the next area. So they legitimately have them roaming.
That is pretty cool.
But there's still raid battles, pretty much. Like with
Yeah.
3 birds.
Yes.
However, the percent rate does not give me good confidence at all.
The percent rate of catch without like any bonus stuff to it is the same as Lugia, which is about 0.3%.
Ooh.
Like,
Yeah.
No, it's anywhere between that and 3, I think, something like that.
yeah,
but
it's like, I think you mentioned like it was 2 or 3%.
yeah, but the very first raid that I did,
You got one.
I got one.
God!
Not only did I get one, it's a 91% IV.
Oh, God!
And on my behalf, I let her use my account to get me
I
one.
tried 3 times,
I blame the fucking dog.
and I almost got it at least twice, and it ran.
What's buried?
I managed to do a 4th raid. I couldn't get his character close enough to the gym to jump it in there, and I managed to catch another one.
Wait, Moosey, did you Savage Season it?
Well, that's the only way to go after a raid boss.
Heck yeah.
This one wasn't as good. It was only like 76%, but I'm on a time crunch here. Because it's here for a month, right?
Yes.
So,
I get 2 weeks. Because when I leave, I won't be anywhere near gyms. I won't be near any groups to go after any raids.
well, you might be. You never know.
My aunt lives in the middle of nowhere.
Oh. No, that
And even when we go to the other part of Maine, it's not a big city.
You know, I think that's the reason why I never really got into Pokemon Go super hardcore, is because there's bumfuck nothing around here.
Actually, they are already working on improving that.
I think it's because you don't want to drive.
That, and again, the closest Pokestops are like at that park, like a mile away, like right
It's
by
less
the
than
high school.
it's less than a mile.
They are actually working on adding more things to rural players.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
No, zero.
We've already noticed changes in our area.
Oh, yeah.
They're adding more gyms and Pokestops on purpose. It's just going to take a while because it's a worldwide game.
Alright, I'm literally going to check right now for this area. Akari, why don't you go ahead and give us your week now, because we're kind of already 40 minutes in.
Besides, I don't want to talk about the bullshit I went through today. Pretty busy since I got into my new position at work, now working in the grocery department. Now I can actually move wherever I want, around the friggin' store and staying in one area, so I'm happy with that. So work's improved a lot. I'm less stressed out.
That's good.
Oh, God. What else have I been doing lately?
Kind of derp in there?
So many things going through my mind right now. I mean, for one thing, I've been, like I said, all I had was work on the mind for the past couple of weeks. Oh, wait a minute. Boozy, I think we forgot one thing. The riff tracks.
Yes.
we went to a riff tracks of the Doctor Who special, The Five Doctors.
Ooh.
And it was absolutely the funniest riff tracks I have ever seen, or even ever watched.
Isn't the Five Doctors the one where it was like only like a few minute long thing?
No, this is a full blown like actual story one.
This is like during the era of the Fifth Doctor, basically.
Okay, I was thinking of one of the ones that Nash reviewed.
That was a charity special thing. Sadly, they won't be able to bring out like the full live show, but they are working on doing what they call the Just the Jokes one, and what it is it's an MP3 of their actual literal riff track, and all you need is the DVD, and their app will actually sync the MP3 to the movie.
It's because the minute you start it, if you have the app open, it will automatically start on time.
It takes sound cues from the movie itself.
Oh, that's interesting.
And syncs itself.
In other words, it's awesome. I did that once when I watched the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie.
Good.
Hey, that movie's a guilty pleasure. Come on.
Sorry.
Let's see.
Anything with Michael...
We've both been bumming around playing random video games, like I've been playing Lego games.
Let's see, recently, I would say I've struck a good. I have won a YCH picture recently from one of my favorite artists.
That's cool.
So basically, the story of it, it's the whole gist of it is, there's my a friend's character, his Cheshire character is going around granting a wish to anyone, to the winner. So basically, I won the last bid. So let's just say I gotta get placed in medieval England.
Yep, wielding a Dark Souls 3 halberd.
Yep. And let's just say everything is gonna get certain improvements over time. But,
yeah.
Oh well. Gaming wise, I've been probably goofing around, mostly been playing Splatoon 2. I went back and did more Bloodborne on New Game Plus 3 or Plus 4. I don't know where the hell I'm on.
Fucking hell. Okay, it's official. Akari's better at Bloodborne than all three of us combined.
I recently picked up Bloodborne myself, just to have a little bit of fun and whatnot.
Are you doing New Game Plus 5 like Akari over here?
No, I'm actually doing a bit of a cosplay run.
Oh god, what are you doing this time?
I was trying to stat up a Lady Maria.
Nice.
Definitely one of the best bosses in the series.
Oh,
you should be amazed. I've been playing a Uncharted game without staring at Nathan Drake because he's not in this one.
Oh yeah, it's because isn't it the new game where it's the two girl characters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you aren't getting a lady boner.
Chloe's a kick-ass character anyway.
I could fix that. I mean, I have all the other games. So.
Mercy? No. Heal.
She's been through a lot. Let her have her chew toy.
We're treating her like she's a dog.
Pretty much after my week, no, there's nothing else going on. But however, I do want to send out a congratulations to a certain video game nerd. I want to congratulate him on his wife for having their second child. It was a couple of days ago.
ABGN had a second kid.
Ah, congrats to him.
Yeah, the
Another
second
daughter.
baby girl.
2 girls?
Yes, 2 girls now.
Oh, Lord have mercy on his soul.
I just want to say, I know he may not listen to this, but I just want to say anyway, congratulations to him and his wife.
I'm waiting for the day that his daughters look up some of his old videos.
Oh my god, yes.
That'd be great.
And then he has to explain it to them.
Yes.
You know what would be crazy? It would be amazing if they actually took up the mantle. They inherited the angry video game nerd review style and made it their own.
Oh,
Speaking
God,
of things,
yes.
I just saw on Twitter today, you know the Runaway Guys, Proton John?
Yes, I do.
He just popped the question to Lucagen.
Oh, shoot!
And she said
Yeah,
yes.
I saw that.
Oh, congrats to them.
Yeah, so they're a thing now.
My goodness.
It's
A lot of
weird
good
seeing
news on
YouTubers
YouTube
hook
lately.
up, isn't it?
No, not at all. I'd say if it's actually like I can think of like a lot of shippers are finally they're all just chanting as one OTP or something like that.
Well, isn't Chugga and
OTP.
Messianella basically
Yes.
an item by now?
Oh boy, watch you become a prophet.
Well, I mean, I think they live together pretty much.
They do. I think they actually said that they were moving up north into Washington State.
Yeah, so if anything, they're an item.
Well, if nothing's
Congrats.
been confirmed, then
Yeah, but the Chuganella shipping has been confirmed.
oh, that's
Well,
it's
I do
it's
have
a
one more
thing
piece
before
of
you
good
say
news
it.
before we get on to the actual news.
What?
all right.
I have after an incident a couple months ago where I lost my original pair of glasses at the exchange I worked near because they were stolen. As of recently, I have gotten a new pair after waiting for a week.
All right.
And my original, what you say, my sunglasses now are a little blue.
Alrighty then.
So I'm gonna be in cruising in style. So okay. Aside from that, on to the news.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all right. What's our time marker currently?
Nonsense. Get it right.
What are we at? We're at almost an hour at 51 minutes.
Well,
Fantastic.
it's been a couple weeks.
Fair enough, fair enough. This is just going to be a bit of a longer podcast. I don't mind.
All right. Let's get into the Pokemon stuff first and foremost.
All right.
We're finally getting our Sprite Pokemon for Generation 7.
Yeah, Marshadow.
Doesn't that thing basically have like an Uber style shadow punch?
Yeah, it's basically where it looks black completely, but when it uses a special move, like certain parts like turn dark green or light up orange as well. When it uses its 7-star Shadow Strike, basically.
7-star shadow strike.
I think that's...
Okuto no Ken! You are shocked!
Okay, I'm going to name this Marshadow Kenshiro.
Watch, it's gonna be a chick.
God damn it.
Actually, it doesn't have gender, guys. It's like remember, it's a sprite, so it's genderless.
Well,
Just to go over some of the important stuff for this Pokemon, it is a fighting ghost type Pokemon.
Finally!
We're finally got one of those.
Fighting ghost type, new typing. It has of the unique moves that I see that it has. The unique move is Spectral Thief,
okay.
which is the user hides in the target's stat shadow, steals the target's stat boost, and then attacks.
That's actually pretty cool.
It's essentially a psych up version of. It's a psych up Shadow Claw, basically.
Psych up shadow claw. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, and that's basically the move that's required to use his special ability, I'm willing to bet, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Okay, it's
the
called
thing
Soul
about this-
Stealing 7-star Strike.
And yes, it does function kind of like Kenshiro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, if it does indeed have a gender, if it's male, I'm naming it Kenshiro. If it's female, I'm naming it Sakura from Danganronpa.
I
No,
will
no,
go ahead and
it's
say...
gender. For its stats, it has 90 HP, 125 attack, 80 defense, 90 special attack, 90 special defense, and 125 speed.
125 speed. Holy crap.
This is a different sprite, because usually the sprites only have 100 base stats all around.
This kind of feels like a sort of ghost-type Lucario.
Kinda. It's got like the high attack and speed, too.
And lower defenses.
It also has access to the elemental punches, Drained Punch, Pursuit, Shadow Sneak.
Wow.
This thing is very well-rounded. I think it actually...
And it also has Close Combat and Sucker Punch.
And you also have to go get it from GameStop.
Oh, shoot. It comes with Sucker Punch?
Yes, it learned Sucker Punch.
Oh, my goodness.
This is going to be hell.
I should probably have one last thing to say on this thing. I'm just going to finish this one here. Special... Zero, why don't you read this comment referring to the demonstration video for the Z move?
Wingle fainted my ass. He just died.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun time.
Okay, now the next thing on our list is we got some Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon details in the form of a few things technically. There's like this photo op thing where you can do stuff with your Pokemon, like do different poses and stuff like that with your Pokemon and put stickers and stuff all over it. It's practically Snapchat with your Pokemon.
Pretty much.
But
So it's pretty fun.
Pokemon Snapchat.
Yeah, but basically the important thing to note is we've got a third Lycanroc form now. Dusk form.
I like it.
Me too.
So
My
Lycanroc
issue with it
does
is...
kind of-
My issue with it is, it just basically looks like day form with Midnight's mane and just given a
That's
palette
the
swap.
point. That's the point.
No, I mean, it looks too similar to Midday. It doesn't look like a proper fusion between Midday and Midnight, if you ask me. That could just be me.
Right.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. But the interesting about Lycanroc Dusk form is that it's basically a hybrid between the two different forms. It gets both Excel Rock and Counter.
Which means it's the superior form that will be banned to Ubers.
Maybe. I think its stats are actually a bit more even. Like, I think Midnight form I know had higher HP, if I recall right.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. And Midday form had more speed, so I think those two got evened out a little bit. So that might be an issue, so it might not actually be all that great. Oh, and the important thing of note is you can only get it through special Lycanroc via events. Yay!
It's kind of like the exact same thing with Ash Greninja.
Something I should probably note, and why I say that it would be really, really interesting if Lycanroc actually went to Ubers. He would be the only other rock-type Uber there besides rock-type Arceus.
Not even Regiroc's an Uber?
No,
Are you kidding me?
Regirock
Regirock isn't never used.
it's never used.
Man, I have not checked Smogon in ages. Because I swear every single legendary was in Ubers.
Well, Zapdos was actually OU for a while, and then he got kicked down to underused.
Well, I might actually have to restate my whole thing about ever putting legendaries in my team if that's the fucking case. Because seriously,
Speaking of legendaries, we forgot one thing.
What?
Oh, what?
Mewtwo?
The legendary birds are now gone.
Oh, shoot.
Yes, they are.
So they were only limited edition? Ah!
If we... Moosey, Akari, if you guys ever come down here, and if they ever finally implement the fucking trade thing...
I made out with 3 Articunos, 5 Moltres, 8 Zapdos, and 9 Lugia.
You monster! You are going to make the species extinct!
Give me them all.
Oh my god.
We've got an illegal Pokemon trading rig going on now. Holy crap.
Well, once trading's implemented, you damn well better be sure that that's going to happen.
Yeah, but then I made Akari's day. While the birds were out. I managed to get him the one bird he was missing.
Lugia.
Yes. So he at least
Here's
has
the
one.
Here's the fucking thing about that. I did about a dozen attempts by myself catching this thing. It got away every single time, but when I was stuck at work and I gave her my account, she
got it?
manages to catch the fucker!
What are you complaining about? It's like, what, a 93%?
Oh god,
Yeah,
a
it's a
90.
basic. Yeah, the one I had Muzi catch on my behalf is the highest out of all of us, all the three of us up here.
Lucky
So
bastard.
I have the best Lugia.
Yeah,
Well, I
alright.
got a 91%, so.
Anyway, back to the news. In the PAL region, they are getting Pokemon in Gold and Silver throwback retail boxes.
Lucky.
That I'm going to go ahead and open up and see. I think
they actually have magnets that are shaped like the original Game Boy cartridges in Japan.
That is so freaking lucky.
shoot.
So far, no kind of release like that is slated for the U.S.
Oh, of course not, because every other region gets the nice shit. Yeah, here's the
Look at
little
the game.
magnets.
I'm happy with that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
still pissed they're not giving us crystal.
However-
because that's just wrong.
However, you still get to download any of your Pokemon from Gold and Silver to the Pokebank, which means they are guaranteed to have 3 IVs that are perfect, and all the Pokemon will come with their hidden abilities.
Hidden ability.
Oh boy.
Hidden ability, legendary
In
hamsters.
notes, hidden ability Typhlosion, which is Flash Fire.
What's hidden ability for alligator?
Sheer Force.
That could be
What does
fun.
Shift Force do again?
Essentially,
It
it's
removes secondary effects, but it bumps up the attack power by 30% for certain moves.
So
Oh, I
essentially,
like that.
yeah,
So like
essentially,
Ice Punch, it won't freeze anymore, but it does 30% more damage.
Ooh, that's
yeah, it does.
Also, Regenerator Ho-Oh and Multiscale Lugia.
Yep.
Oh, I'm liking the sound of this. Yes.
Yeah.
Along with hidden ability Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, which are just Flash Fire, Volt Absorb, and Water Absorb, respectively.
Which means they absorb their respective element, which is pretty good.
Right.
Pretty much.
Let's see what we have here. Okay, so we didn't have a true Nintendo Direct, but we had the Nindies.
Yeah, which was actually released a little bit early in the European region as well.
I heard there was a bit of a controversy with this. Mainly because the translator was shit.
Oh,
As
That
in,
sucks.
he was really, really unhyped. He was really, really bored. And there was a point where he just stopped talking.
wow.
Sounds kind of like the Switch thing as well.
What a dick.
But
He was
any-
secretly a spy working for Sony.
But there are a couple of games that did come out that are
Of note.
pretty noteworthy. So starting off with Super Meat Boy Forever has been announced.
Yeah, basically, it's like a sequel because Meat Boy and Bandage...
If you didn't think Super Meat Boy was hard enough,
Now
Oh,
they've
God.
taken elements of what's the other one, Bitmaster or
Renbo or I don't know, but anyway, from what I could tell from the trailer, Meat Boy and Bandage Girl now have a little kid, Nugget, and it looks just like a baby Meat Boy in like a pink little full onesie.
Oh my
Bit Trip
goodness.
Runner. Bit Trip Runner is what I was thinking of.
That's what it is. Like,
Because it's an automatic side scroller.
yeah, where you're just kind of running and jumping and trying to dodge all the stuff, and you can punch enemies and stuff to like destroy them and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay then.
Next on our list, the big
Okay.
one, if you ask me.
Shovel Knight, King of Cards.
yay!
We are finally getting the King Knight DLC.
Not just the King Knight DLC. A triple pack of amiibos.
And this was advertised by Aaron Hansen of the Game Grumps.
A.K.A. Ego Raptor.
But that's appropriate considering they're the ones who announced the original Shovel Knight amiibo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What was slightly inappropriate was the way that they advertised it.
What was
I liked it. It was hilarious.
It was hilarious, though.
what was Ego Raptor doing? Was he being naughty with them?
It was like watching a cologne commercial, but with amiibos.
It was Shovel Knight porno.
Desire.
That's all it was missing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was missing the sleazy 70s porno saxophone.
Yeah,
That's it.
pretty much. Which,
But it was glorious.
But yeah, from what we can tell about Shovel Knight King of Cards, it's supposed to be... The plot is King Knight is trying to take down the 3 other kings of the land in order to reign. There was actually promotional art of it. You remember the king that was in the bottom of the bar area?
yes.
There's a picture of him in giant armor.
Oh my gosh.
I linked this like a while ago.
Oh my gosh.
Let me look for this.
I need to see this because I do not remember
Oh yeah,
that at all.
I remember that.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, scrolling up. I'm looking through this on Discord, but keep talking, guys.
But yeah, so it's going to be a prequel because it explains how King Knight rises to power and why he is king of the castle when you fight him as a Spectre Knight.
Does it explain why he's so prissy?
It probably will also explain that. Heavily emphasized as his main mechanic is his shoulder bash ability, which is not a Getsu Gatenshou.
Huh.
It's actually he's not drawing his scepter like a samurai. He's just hitting you with his shoulders really, really hard.
A legend.
But that might just be for right now at the start. He might get the slash later on.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I found it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back into the main chat. So
Yeah, put that into the chat because I need to see this myself.
all right, pasting. All right.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's the one I was pointing at.
Yeah, where is that in the original game?
Yeah, that wasn't in the original game.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, this is for King of Cards.
You're saying that there was something that was in the original game.
No.
The king wasn't it the king
Oh,
himself that you were talking about?
Oh, the king. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Now I remember. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, the king in the original game is now wearing a giant suit of armor.
Oh,
There's
okay,
a demo out.
There's a demo?
I
Yes.
think.
There was a demo at PAX.
Ah.
There was a demo at PAX. Amongst some of the other changes, the Gotition is going to have a portrait.
And I believe there's 4 new stages. Like, there's 30 levels in total for King Knight.
Mm-hmm.
The way he picks up, the way he opens freaking, you remember the turkey thing, right?
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, he doesn't just open said thing. Opening things with a shovel or a weapon is for peasants. He dances upon the freaking thing like a top. And then unlocks it with his magnificent glory.
Good lord, the guy's as foppish with his combat as anything.
He also has a badass shoulder
Would you
tackle.
have it any other way?
No.
Oh, and there's also an in-game card game.
Yes. So amongst some of the abilities that he gets, he can actually summon the fanfare attack.
Yes. Da 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 da.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to doing that. And we've got what is with the hammer?
He's got a
He
hammer.
has a giant hammer.
He has a
This is
big
weapon
ass
of
fucking
choice.
hammer.
He has a rat that he can summon, and he can use the shoulder tackle to bounce off of walls.
I should also note that the hammer, while it does less damage, it actually it literally beats the life out of... he beats things over the head with them, and he gets hearts that do heal his health.
Yeah, and of course the hearts are like gilded practically. They're like jewels.
Oh yeah, his hearts are gilded too. That's the best part.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and
If
did you
there's
see the
anything-
world map? It was like a whole bunch of different stages.
So it shows the land before it was more thoroughly conquered.
Yeah, and there's like 3 kings King Knight has to defeat. One of them is the King of Pridemore Keep. Why do I get the feeling the Tropical King's going to be a fight?
Oh my god.
That
Could
would
be.
be amazing.
That would be glorious.
Oh god, that fight is going to be a That's going to be a bear of a fight.
If that is the case, that has to be a fight in that game. Yacht Club Games, you make the Tropical King a fucking fight.
Would it?
I mean,
Glorious.
after all the shenanigans we've been put through, I would love to see that.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
So
If
something
If it
I
was just like a secret boss somewhere.
Yeah.
should
All right.
note about last thing about this guy's fighting style. Essentially, you can combo off of your shoulder tackle, which does give you
Yes.
iframes, and it will send you skyward. Which means if you hit a wall or an enemy, you
Yes.
can gain altitude and combo off of your first hit into numerous other hits.
Yes.
So
It,
that's
it,
gonna be
it
cool.
functions kind of like the multi-jump from Mario 64.
Yeah,
The more you jump, the more altitude you get.
sorta. It's more like you can keep bouncing indefinitely, sort of.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it.
Yeah, it's more like the spin bounce from like Mario 3,
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
like Super
That
Mario
makes sense.
World or something.
Now, Super Mario World. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
yeah. Anyway,
All right.
The-
There's another one I put on here, which is equally fantastic. Is Wulver Blade.
I never checked that one out.
This one was listed in the full playthrough, which I watched. Basically, imagine a walk forward beat 'em up along the lines of Streets of Rage or Castle Crashers, but set it in Dark Ages Britannia, and you're fighting the Romans.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, this thing looks incredible.
Wow. All right then. So
This is something I am really looking forward to.
should be interesting.
Uh,
Although the last thing that's of real interesting note,
This game. Holy shit, this game.
Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes 3.
I have never played any of the games.
Oh my god, I am just flabbergasted that we get this after this long. We're finally getting a third game.
On the Switch.
Yeah, let me let you guys know, from what I could tell from this, it's basically Travis and Batgirl's father get pulled into that cursed game console, and they have to
Yes.
go through like 6 video game worlds.
Yes, that is exactly correct.
And I think one of them is like Hotline Miami.
Oh god.
Oh god.
So I'm just gonna ask it right now. Are we gonna see a Shovel Knight world?
If we did, oh my god.
Well, it's got to be stuff that's done kind of like by Suda or something. Wait, is Hotline Miami done by Suda?
No, it is not.
Well, bugger me britches. That'll be interesting.
What?
Sorry, I'm kind of thinking weirdly right now because I'm also watching
Oh, shit.
the demo from King Knight.
Okay, but yeah, Travis Strikes Back. Not Travis. Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes. Certainly is going to be taking a different approach, and considering that it's on the Switch of all systems, I'm curious to see how it's going to play out.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to bring back the classic jerk your remote in order to charge it mechanic.
I mean, how's that going to work with your Switch controller?
Joy-Cons?
There's the 2 Joy-Cons. You can shake one of the Joy-Cons.
Right. How does that work when they're in controller mode, though?
The Pro Controller,
Yes.
you can shake it. It has motion controls.
Okay.
I need to re-get the games again so I can actually give it another chance.
Yeah,
when
you
this one
do.
comes out.
It's real. They're really good games. Honestly, I think
I think I beat like the first two worlds. I just kind of stopped playing after that. I guess I got distracted by other stuff.
yeah. I mean, it's a really good game. It's a little bit too tongue in cheek. I think Suda is really laying it on with the amount of commentary.
Yeah, well, it's...
Like seriously, this hurts with the amount of tongue in cheek.
Well, Suda's kind of a crazy guy.
You know what really
Right.
hurt me though?
What?
That the voice acting and the dubstep that was playing over the whole thing was kind of drowning out the actual voice.
Yeah, I could barely hear what was going on. I actually had to watch Game Explain's explanation of it to figure out what the hell was even going on with the whole cursed
Right.
game console.
Right. Let me see. I just want to check to make sure that I have some of the things on here. But
Is
yeah,
the game on is the original games on the Wii Shop or Wii U Shop?
I don't think so.
They're not
I
on the
think they're
Wii
only
U.
available for They're only available for the Wii in disc format.
Yeah, that's as far as I know.
You're gonna have to hunt them down.
That should might be easy. We'll see if our comic shop has it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go ahead and move forward because we have still more Nintendo stuff to cover.
Nintendo World Championships return this year with Super Mario Odyssey demos as one of the competition parts.
That'll be fun.
That's gonna be awesome. I hope they
So-
stream them like they have for some of the other events.
They're just going to
Only
keep doing
go-
this every year now, aren't they? Huh?
Well, they skipped a year because it was the last one was in 2015 for Mario Maker.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, they skipped a year because they were working on the Switch at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So-
think that was the
so-
case.
So they might actually try and make it more often.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so we have Super Mario Odyssey demos for Nintendo World Championships. That's going to be where we look at to see how good this game is, and that's going to be its real stress test.
I have just been ignoring all of Game Explain's demos of Odyssey because I'm like, dudes, you guys are showing this every single day. I'm pretty sure that people now have watched so much, they know what to expect going in. And I'm like, no thank you. I will wait for the game to come out.
Yeah, I've ignored most of the stuff.
You've been watching a lot of Tier of Racing, and haven't you, Zero?
A little bit.
He neither confirms nor denies this fact.
You're starting to talk like Brett a lot.
Really?
Yes, you're going a little go cuckoo crazy.
Well, I never thought about that. Now what the hell am I kidding?
alright.
Of course I'm mad as a
Alright.
fucking hatter.
Okay, so we have here's our
This
WTF moment of the
fucking
week.
bullshit.
What was that, Legend?
No, that was me. This was me going, this fucking bullshit.
Oh yes, that's fucking bullshit. Bethesda gets blown out of the water with the opening of Bethesda's Creation Club.
Paid mods. Or,
Oh, this old chestnut again.
yeah, I saw Jim Sterling's Jimquisition video on this. You know what he called it? Not only paid mods, but microtransactions, basically.
Yeah,
Because
No.
Bethesda has their own in-game currency, where when you join in, you'll get like 100 free points. They're Bethesda points to buy these mods, and I believe 50 points gets you a reskin of the Pip-Boy.
50 Bethesda fun bucks.
Bethesda Fun Bucks.
Nope.
No,
That's
actually, I kind of want to use something that KZ has kind of done, like he calls them cuck bucks.
Oh my god.
That's
Isn't that Mr. I nearly wet myself watching the Kingdom Hearts reveal stuff?
The guy who was literally having an orgasm practically on screen, yes.
Yes. But yeah, so basically the article by Polygon goes into how but a lot of people are not happy with the Creation Club, that a lot of
You
independent
think?
modders can do the same thing but better for free, and that it's basically just the stalling on Bethesda's part is fed up, the community's fed up, and they want them to move on.
Yeah, they're like, we're sick of this bullshit. How about you guys start actually making games again? Like, instead of re-releasing Skyrim for the 10,000th time.
Or trying to make, or making Fallout in making 3 different Fallout games with the same engine.
Yeah, I swear to God, I can now play Skyrim on my TI-81 now.
I believe
right.
Silver Jolteon has found a way to play a TI-81 on a Skyrim. I would not be surprised. He's made and found emulators for the damn things.
Okay.
By the way, your cousin's
Legend,
fucking insane.
Legend, I know you mod a
awesome,
little bit.
yes.
Do you have any comment on the Bethesda Creation Club?
What's that?
I know that you mod a little bit. Do you have any additional comments on the Creation Club?
Legend?
Do I have any comments on the club?
Yeah.
It's gonna fall through. I mean, you can't get around bad publicity. Though you can take advantage of bad publicity for driving up sales, it can also put a stake in the heart of your company if you're trying not to. Well,
remember what Sony did when Microsoft did all the bullshit when they announced the One?
oh yeah, there's that. So
Yeah, they turned that bad publicity into great
into a gold mine for them.
Although,
No, I love the moment where, originally you wouldn't be able to share Xbox games. Sony made like a 2-minute video. This is how you share games for PS4. The game. They both look at the camera, and then it ends.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
so I think we'll see, hopefully, either I can't believe I'm saying this, either Ubisoft or Square Enix will have to step up and smack some sense into Bethesda.
Mm-hmm.
And that's saying something when I'm saying Ubisoft is the lesser of 2 evils.
Oh, Ubisoft. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Okay. Here's a game which I just looked at and it's like, what the fuck am I looking at?
THQ Nordic wants to make you a cybernetic Kung Fu Fury in Biomutant.
No, Kung Fu Furry.
Kung Fu...
That was not a mistype. I literally mean a Kung Fu Furry.
Gonna say what now?
He's not kidding. Look at the link.
So,
I am looking
That
at...
looks pretty cool.
this is Biomutant, in which you play a small, 2-foot high cat thing wielding swords and guns in
It
a...
looks more like a raccoon.
It's like part raccoon, part cat, part ninja.
Yeah.
Let's see. Biomutant will... Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah.
I don't even know. It's like Rocket the Raccoon with an even worse attitude than he already has.
Let's see. Change their characters' abilities and appearance with powerful mutations, bionic prosthetics, and weapons.
He looks like an ancestor to Rocky Raccoon.
Either that or someone related to Daxter.
Nah, more Rocky Raccoon.
No, I mean, seriously, he's got, like, the glowing green eco stuff on his one arm that I can see in the picture.
Yeah.
And he's got a little grasshopper sidekick that's cybernetically enhanced.
So this game is supposed to be made by Just Cause devs.
That explains it.
Oh, it's made by the Just Cause people.
That
Okay.
explains a lot.
So, aside from the fact that you're a kung fu psionic cyborg ninja furry, you also have the ability to ride mechs, air balloons, jetpacks, and even jet skis.
Okay, I'm actually slightly interested in playing this now.
Well, and you can make your character look as neon-colored as possible, too.
It's not clear whether the customization is solely for based on what kinds of upgrades you get, or whether you can get that, or whether there's some character customization in it. But what we do know is that it's going to be complex and beautiful looking. If you look at the trailer that they have there, this realm is incredibly vibrant.
Well, I'll check the trailer when we're not recording, because I don't want to mess up the recording software and stuff like that. So.
Sure. But yeah, check that out later, and it's certainly a treat. So the next thing we have on here, oh boy.
this one I'm kind of excited for because I've seen a Let's Play of this, and I'm very curious.
Sunshi teams with Square Enix to bring Fear Effect reinvented to life?
Never
Yes.
heard of Fear Effect.
Okay, so Fear Effect, this is like a predecessor or contemporary to Resident Evil.
Oh boy.
But this thing has it has the top-down perspective like Resident Evil, but it also has a lot of the quirkier action moments that would later define Resident Evil.
So it's got the locked camera angles, basically.
It's got the locked camera angles, but it also has things like kung fu action and psionic cult side story elements.
Ooh.
And there's certainly some fear. There's certainly some horror elements to it, and it's supposed to be It's supposed to be It's what remake was for Resident Evil.
Okay.
Now I'm actually interested.
So if you guys want to know what this looks like, there's a Let's Play that the Great Clement did on this game, and I think the sequel, and that would be something that I would highly recommend watching. It's a very concise but short, and it's a very concise short Let's Play, but it's really in depth and it's really an interesting game that I never got the chance to play as a kid.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty.
So, let's go into some of the other stuff.
Okay, you thought it couldn't be done. You thought it was just a one-shot.
It will be
But
done.
you were wrong.
Persona... The main character for Persona 3 rises from the dead.
Again.
The Boogie.
Again.
And joins the one from Persona 5.
Persona 3 Dancing Moon Knight and Persona 5 Dancing Star Knight, as well as Persona Q2.
And the funny thing is this is the one thing you did not want them to do to Persona 5.
This is the one thing they were not supposed to do, and they said, "Fuck you, Zero."
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be fun.
The fact that Persona 4 Dancing All Night is canon pisses me the fuck off. It pisses me off as much as it pisses Leo off that Persona Q is canon.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Wait until we find out that Persona Q2 is also canon.
Oh, it will be.
Okay.
Okay.
But anyway,
All the Persona games are technically canon.
All three games are set to come out in 2018.
Alright.
And while I forgot to put this on the roster, I will add it in right now. There are custom character skins for Sonic Forces,
Oh,
which include Persona 5's Joker for some reason.
There's also an outfit where you can make your character dressed up as Shadow, too.
Of course.
But specifically, if you pre-order Sonic Forces, either for the, at least I know it's for the PS4 and Switch. If you pre-order it, you'll get a Jet Set Radio costume, a Knights costume, as in Knights the Sega franchise.
Yeah,
There's a Super Monkey Ball costume. There's a costume from Puyo Puyo.
which is weird.
And even stranger, a Persona 5 costume, which is you are dressing as Joker from Persona 5.
Oh, Jesus.
Allow me to remind you all, Atlas is owned by Sega.
Yeah, by the way, did you ever notice the Sonic references in Persona 5?
I'm sorry, sir, you cut out?
Oh, I was going to say that there's some Sonic references in Persona 5.
Yeah, there probably are.
I'm showing Legend them right now.
Oh, joy.
Oh, fantastic.
You gotta admit, I don't mind the Persona 5 outfit.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and the Jet Set Radio one's pretty good, too.
It is, it's just kind of weird.
Well, Sega's going to do what Sega's going to do, just like the fact that they're doing DRM for Sonic Mania on the PC.
Yeah, so one of the games that I was looking to get into was Sonic Mania. And I was going to get it for PC, but then I found out that apparently there's a bunch of DRM material that comes with the PC port of Sonic Mania.
Alright.
Which is
And
bullshit.
specifically, and at the time that this story initially broke, this form of DRM was so traumatizing that it actually would go ahead and cause damage to people's computers.
Oh, wow. Did they ever remove it or anything?
Eventually, they added a patch to where you could go ahead and play the game offline, but a lot of people are upset because the main issue is that if you, because of the way that DRM is set up, if the servers for it ever get shut down, then effectively you would not be able to play Sonic Mania.
Yeesh.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So that was one of the big complaints about that. If anything, I think it just means that a lot more people are going to play it on Switch and PS4 when it eventually comes out. But for now, that's what you have to deal with.
All right.
I have it on the Switch, but it's not a game you play when you're in pain.
True. Okay, so there was a bunch of changes to fighting games in the past couple of days.
Oh yes.
So
yes.
let's start off with Injustice 2.
Okay, with this one, so they're releasing fire packs every few months. Last time we had Red Hood, Starfire, and Sub-Zero. This time they just released 3 more. Well, we got Raiden, we have Black Manta, best known as Aquaman's arch nemesis, and Hellboy.
Hellboy?
Yeah.
Really?
Kind of weird considering I just saw the Hellboy movie, the first one, recently.
It just came out of nowhere. All it started was Raiden and Black Manta fighting each other, and Hellboy grabs one of those missiles that was fire, and he lights the cigarette with it. I'm like, okay, where'd this come from?
Yeah, but then you squeed.
I did. I am a big Hellboy fan. I love the movies, and I do like the comics. So I am interested that now we have a Dark Horse character, comic book character in this. So
No doubt, Warner, the NetherRealm Studio guys are taking every advantage of their Warner Brothers connections to get everyone they want into their fighting game.
Oh
I
god.
don't blame them.
The only complaint I've seen was that everyone they do not want Raiden, and I'm like, hey, I like Raiden. He's my favorite Mortal Kombat character. So shut up.
I think the deal has to do with the fact that Raiden's current outfit looks incredibly stupid.
It's not related to the outfit. I see it's mostly just like, really, he's in here. That's all I kept hearing. I'm like,
I mean,
Look who they added to the first one.
yeah, Starfire subs. No one complained about Sub-Zero.
well,
Yeah.
because they saw what happened with Injustice 1, and NetherRealms put in Scorpion, so like, okay, we can see that makes sense. When you put in the second character, it's like, hold on now, come on, that's not entirely fair. To the fanboy base, it's like, okay, we get it. You get your one pick, and that's fine. But you get 2 bites of the apple, and they're like, we could have put someone else in there. I think that's what the argument is that this is a DC game for DC fanboys, and having another Mortal Kombat character in a DC game is one less DC character that they got.
Yeah, I can kind of see
Doesn't
that.
bug me a bit. I'm just happy with what we got.
Well, it's kind of like what happens with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, because literally the entire Marvel side, or like a majority of the Marvel side, is literally just characters from the MCU universe, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So all the X-Men are gone. You have an emphasis on characters who double up. There's a lot of copycats, and you don't even get a lot of the fun characters because they want to put characters who are in movies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the way it goes, and you see that, especially like on the Capcom side, is that the Capcom side does not have a lot of kooky characters like Beautiful Joe or Phoenix Wright or Amaterasu. They went with a lot more conservative choices, and that's not just by, oh, we're changing it. No, that was because Marvel didn't want to go ahead and have a lawyer in the courtroom doing his crazy shtick.
or having a boomerang throwing midget who can go ahead and punch you at Mach speeds.
Then there's no fun.
Well, I mean, that's what happens. You have corporate fun, which is no fun at all.
Alright, well, the next thing on our list is arms.
The next character, on the other hand, is oodles and oodles of fun. I'm speaking, of course, of Lola Pop of the ARMS series.
Okay, I'll be honest. I haven't been following this one as much. Why don't you give us the rundown?
Imagine a clown. Imagine a clown with their hair, with her hair bun representing a large lollipop.
Also, she can inflate. I'm showing Legend the trailer as we speak, so we're getting his live reaction right now.
Okay, I will do a little bit of voiceover on this character. So Lola Pop is a defensive counter-style character who her main ability is that she can cancel her jumps out of the air by inflating, which is her guard stance, as well as move in her guard, which no other character can do to my knowledge. Everyone has to stand still or go at an incredibly slow pace. Lola actually has some offensive movement and can move forward while in guard stance.
Interesting.
Her main weapons are nunchuck arms, a vertical sticker punch arm, and she has two shield arms that, when you time the counter correctly, she inflicts a freeze debuff on the opponent.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
So it's very clear that this clown character is meant to annoy and irritate the opponent into submission.
Good.
Even better, again, just her style. I know a lot of people were amazed by it. Our friend Bimo absolutely loves the design.
Of course he does. He's a fucking slurpuff.
Yes, he does. And just generally, just her aesthetics overall is very interesting.
Yeah.
She's definitely a fascinating character, and she seems like fun.
And I've already seen kink art of her already.
Oh, I'm sure. I am sure. No, I am not.
Like, literally, not even 15 minutes after she appeared, I saw the artwork.
Well, they did that for... There was another release for Street Fighter, which I'm going to go over only briefly because I know no one cares aside from me about Street Fighter.
Of course.
There's a new character in the game called Minat, who's an Egyptian fortune teller who uses a magical soul orb to smack your opponents from a distance.
Oh, yeah, I've seen her, and, like, she's got some, she's really curvy, if I recall right.
Kirby.
Curvy!
Oh, Kirby. Yes, she also has a costume that's literally just, like, mummy wrappings around her torso and thighs.
Huh.
Like, that's literally just one of her costumes, so there you go.
Cool.
So, fun character overall, and not much other than that. Let's move on. So, one of the things about one of the things that irritated me personally about the system exclusives for Shovel Knight was that Battletoads was exclusive to the Xbox versions, and the PlayStation versions got Kratos.
Well, we've got a little bit of an update now.
So apparently they're now porting the on the Windows Store. You can now get the Shovel Knight Battletoads encounter.
Huh.
However, I do need to reiterate that it is for the Windows Store variant, meaning that this is not going to come. Which means you would have to buy the game again. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I just checked that. No, it is coming to all PC players.
Oh, I see. All PC.
So regardless, Steam, Humble Bundle, GOG, ShovelKnight.com, you will be able to play and fight against the Battletoads in the PC versions.
I wonder what kind of mods the PC version of Shovel Knight has. A lot?
Probably. I do know that at least on the
on the website, it does show Shovel Knight doing the infamous turbo tunnel stage.
Yeah.
Oh, that is I have someone who actually has played that. It is a load of fun.
Yeah, I remember playing that as a kid. That was a bear of a level.
Alrighty then.
This is an update that's coming out in October. So even before King of Cards comes out, you have another reason to go ahead and brush off that adventure again.
Good lord, there's so many ways to play this game. I just might as well just rebuy the full thing on the Switch.
I mean, you might have to consider for the amiibos.
Yeah.
What else do we have here?
Undertale's trophies mock the achievement system.
Okay,
This is Toby's revenge.
so to reiterate, Undertale came to the PS4 a while back. And
Yeah.
so one of the things that had to come up was, is Toby gonna put achievements? And to put that answer in perspective, yes. When
Under protest.
under protest, which he does because he goes ahead and makes the lamest achievements possible.
Okay, like what?
Get an item.
Get an item.
The next
Get
one.
two
Get
items.
2 items. And I believe his descriptions for it were as, don't worry, I've got lots of ideas for items. By the 4th one, he says, I'm out of ideas for for achievement
And I believe the platinum trophy is, don't you have anything better to do?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
With a platinum colored Toby with sunglasses on.
So Undertale does get the last laugh after all.
I should also note that there is a hidden area exclusive to the PS4 variant of Undertale, although I don't know whether or not it's been patched for the PC variant as well. I won't spoil what that new variant is. All I will say is that Toby is up to no good.
So, nothing new.
I thought it looked like a shrine to Toby, basically. Move.
Let's not spoil it. Because if there's any game that people hate to be told wrong about, it's Undertale.
Don't get me started on the fan base.
Yeah, the fan base can go fuck a rubber duck.
I say there's good and there's bad.
Well, sorry. I'm of the opinion that the fan base has become too fucking toxic.
Everyone has that opinion. And I say, everyone is wrong. I still remember what Undertale stood for and where it stood in terms of how it changed video games and how we view them.
Oh, I do too. Problem is most other fans don't.
And I don't care. I'll like what I like.
Fair enough. You're...
So,
alright.
where else are we going?
Alright, the last thing we got here is that continuing the trend of making animes, Netflix is going to get a remaking of Saint Seiya.
Oh, so we're going west.
God.
The
Okay.
nostalgia.
Oh yeah.
I know.
This ought to be
I'm gonna
interesting.
ask you a quick question. Did you watch this in English or in Spanish?
I watched Saint Seiya when it was on like Toonami or something.
No, I'm asking. Sorry, Legend.
Did I see this in English or Japanese or Spanish is what you're asking?
English or Spanish?
I saw it in... I didn't see it.
Okay, because I saw this in Spanish and I was amazed. And there's something special. There's just something special about watching an anime translated from Japanese to Spanish.
So it was a good
Oh my
translation
God.
team?
It's just kind of hilarious.
So it wasn't that good.
No. Hearing them speak, it's like watching SpongeBob in Spanish. It's like,
There's
you know what they're
some
supposed
funny moments.
It's like, you know what they're supposed to be saying, but it's just more hilarious hearing it in a different language.
It's weird. I remember seeing like a Jumanji cartoon that was in Spanish.
There was one of those. Oh my god.
You remember that?
I cleared it out of my
It
head.
speaks traumatized.
Like, the little kid, like, in the Jumanji movie, just kept transforming into different animals in the story, in the cartoon. Like, how, you know how he was a monkey in the first movie? In the movie, I mean, sorry.
So when he literally became a butt monkey.
Yeah, like, I remember one where he turned into, like, a turtle. Guys, you there? Oh, there.
No idea.
I think I just stunned them with silence.
You did.
Yeah, it was a little bit like that. But anyway, so here's the deal: is that this anime was back in the '80s, so this is the time of Saint Seiya, and not Saint Seiya. This is the time of Bethesda North Star, and so it had a certain style to it, and so they're remaking it into 12 half-hour episodes for the first season, which will somehow cover the first 4 arcs of the original series.
The first 4 arcs in 12 episodes?
Apparently, yes.
My God, they're trying to crunch it down. That or they cut out
Right.
all the filler.
I would imagine they cut out filler. Also, consider that this is following up on the CG remake for the Voltron, and that is just like the new Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, I've heard that it actually is really good. They
It is
developed the
really
characters.
good.
Mhm.
I have yet to watch it.
I need to watch it because I know it's really good. One of the biggest things that's a big difference is that Allura remains a side character.
For now.
No. Sven has not died yet, Mother Hubbard.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Also, Pitch is a chick.
What?
Pitch is a girl now. Pitch is a girl now.
I love that just one tiny moment of silence and then what?
What?
her real name
They've reduced Zero to quacking.
Yes.
No. I should reiterate. What?
Yes. Her real name is Katie Holt, but apparently she goes by Pitch Gunderson for some reason.
Die. What?
Now you're gonna have to watch it now, won't you?
It's
God.
really good.
I
Also really
barely,
good.
I barely remember Saint Seiya back when I was a kid.
We're
Well,
still talking about
Now
Voltron.
you have a reason to go watch it.
Oh.
So you can sound like a duck.
Yeah.
Alright.
Or the penguin.
Wait, 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 wait.
By the way, Akari, something I wanted to ask you.
What's up?
What did you think of the Blue Beetle from Injustice 2?
I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah, I especially like his banter.
Is that the Blue Beetle that's from El Paso?
Yes. Yes, he is.
I think that's the one thing that that kind of amazed me. Like, really? A superhero from El Paso?
That's Jaime Reyes, yeah.
I was like, finally!
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, there's Miles Morales, who is one of the new Spider-Men.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, half African American, half not Asian, half Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Which I think is really cool, also. All right, then. I think that covers the news and our respective fanboying. Zero, what's coming up on the channel?
Coming up on the channel, Monday and Wednesday, Bayonetta. On Fridays, Danganronpa, until me and Legend finally finish recording that mountain of a series.
Aye.
Yeah.
I also want to prospectively announce that on the 24th of September, we'll try to. What I would like to do is to post a Pokemon retrospective video like we did last year for when
The 20th
Red, Blue, and
anniversary.
Yellow came out.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, we'll go over Gold, Sapphire, and Crystal. Not Sapphire. Gold, Silver, and Crystal.
Yeah, okay.
Do a retrospective in honor of Gold and Crystal. Gold and Silver coming out. Damn it.
You can. It's late, man. It's late. We're all kind of fried at the moment.
And I'm
Okay.
starving.
And
I won't be there.
unfortunately, Muzi won't be able to make it. Akari will try to get you on board and coordinate that. And
hopefully we'll be able to do that. And I also do want to say happy birthday, Akari.
Ah, shucks.
Yeah.
Wishing you all the best, man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I owe you a sketch, god dang it. Which reminds me,
You
I
too.
fucking owe you a
So
gift,
do
god
I.
damn it, Legend. I need to get you a gift. Fucking hell.
You need to get everyone gifts.
So he gets a sketch. What do I get?
You get a cookie.
Sure. You get a sketch. Everyone gets a sketch.
Zero is now officially Oprah.
Well, considering my birthday is like 2 weeks away.
I'll figure something out by then, hopefully. He says as he's missed Legend's birthday for over a month now.
It's fine, man.
Dude, at this rate, I owe you 2 gifts for Christmas.
Oh God, no! Don't worry about it.
Just get him a steak dinner and you'll call it even.
I'll get you an amiibo.
I appreciate it,
But you
but
don't
I
have
don't have a Wii U.
It's
Yes,
not
but
for
you
the
don't
Wii
need one to
U!
appreciate the amiibos.
And I also don't have a place to put them.
Didn't you say you made a whole you made room on a whole shelf?
And it filled
What?
with everything that I needed a shelf for. Alrighty then, this has been
Alright.
Legend Hunter.
This is Leo Force.
That's Zero.
This is Moosey.
and this is Akari saying,
Nah, let's not end on a bad note. Let's end on a good one.
Rubber ducky.
oh, thank you.
It sounded like he squeezed a rubber duck at the end of it. From the Duck Army video.
No. It sounds like you just make the mating sound of a Wario.
And now I'm picturing Wario's having sex.
No!
Thank you.
No! We're done!
Yes,
Abort
now-
mission!
Now we can end the podcast. Bye, guys.
Bye.